do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On first down, Ryan. Stocker's got it. Complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Here's Ryan to throw. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. On 2nd and 9, Ryan. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. 45, Mike, 45.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Ryan will throw again. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
64, weak.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready, we're ready. Check, 45. Check. Check. Ready to go.
Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now Jackson on first down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
45, 45, Mike, 45. Who that? Who that? Go.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Jackson's pass, intended for Ronald Jones, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Keep it tight end.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 6-0 our score after 1. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard there to make the grab, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They run. Devontae Freeman. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's get this, get this. Dude, hop on. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Watch this one go.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He's got Evans. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Time to end it. Come on, the ball.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And a grab over the middle by Stocker. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. On first down, Freeman. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And it's 3rd and short.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Ryan. Open man, it's Stocker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. Now Ryan on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go.
Throwing again, Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Ryan now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. To throw again is Ryan. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Open man is Howard, the tight end. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to rifle one, and that's caught inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard in the final seconds of the first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is taken at the 3. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's got room. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They come out here in the eye. Here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Check. Fresno.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from a yard out as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tight right.
To throw again. Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on.
Again, Ryan. Stocker's got it. Complete.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position. I
have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
To throw is Jackson. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll go again to Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last two drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10. Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Looking downfield for Godwin. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 66 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses, also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Nassib, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
21. 51's the mic. Oh, dang, pump. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's 51. Here we go again. 25.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. From the 31, Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line.
Tuesday. X3, 218, choppers.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. This one caught by Ridley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
We own them.
Ryan now off the bootleg. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard line.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He was brought down by DeMonte Casey. 8 yards on the pickup.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what. Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones.
All the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. They'll keep it on the ground.
At the 39-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
45, check mark 45. You're not ready. You're not ready. Hold, 64. Wait.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
49, check 49, check 49.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Tampa Bay, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh?